Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, the 7th of January today, and Callum is back at school tomorrow.
Woohoo!
So, just a quick word. I've heard from Bella. She's not well, bless her. Hardly had any sleep, so she just sent me a short video. She's not doing very good, so excuse me drinking my coffee. But yeah, Bella's not very well. Hi, Azy, how are you? Hope you're well. Very good live stream last night, I must say. How do last? It's not you that's late, it's me today. Oh, I was a little bit late because I was waiting for Itsy to get out of the shower. I don't need him to set up and everything, but I always like him to be available if needs be. So I don't know about where you are, Azy, but it's damp, dark and dismal today. It's not looking very good at all. It's like that fine drizzly rain. It's horrible today out there. Hi, Peter, how are you? I'm not, some as I say, I can't say I'm 100% because I'm a bit all bunged up and didn't sleep very well last night. Yeah. And Pixie was saying last night, oh, well, if it's nice tomorrow, I'm going to go out with a drone. So, but yeah, same as we said, Azy. I mean, it's a fantastic instrument that you've created, and whoever wins it, it'll be lucky to have it, basically. So, I mean, I think a lot of the people that were in there, same as Chris says, I don't know what I'd do if I won it. It says because it'd mean I've got to start learning to play the guitar because it's not a guitar player. We don't. Hiya, Lucy, how are you? Don't play any instruments or whatever. And he says, well, if I win it, it means I've got to start taking guitar lessons or whatever. But same as we've said, it's the luck of the draw, really. And you did really, really, really well with the amount that you've raised. So yeah, I hope that trip to America's ever more closer, let's say. And his dad, I mean, right at the very end, I mean, it blew me away at the amount that he donated or, that he entered with. It's fantastic, that people are there to support you. They know how much you want this trip to see you dizzy. And it does. It's same as you said last night. It humbles you to know that you've got that much support out there that they're going to do whatever possible to get you there, if you know what I mean. Hiya, Gail. Yeah, getting ready for work. I've just been saying kids is back at school tomorrow, so it's sort of back to the grind, as we say, tomorrow. Up early and get him off to school. I've had to ring the doctors for him this morning because he's been complaining. Yeah. I mean, it's surprising what sort of individually the communities that we've formed, the people that we've got to know, the people that we've met, you know, etc., etc. You know, and it's you know, I mean, like just let's say, for instance, in Aisie's stream, the amount of people that I've met, they always sort of, as soon as I go in, greet with me, hiya Jeanette, you know what I mean? And I think it's fantastic how it brings everyone together. And this is the sort of the reasoning behind the title. You know, we have got to be there for each other. We have got to support each other, you know, and it's fantastic. You know, in times of crisis, the support that you get. You know what I mean? And it's same as I say, if it hadn't been for sort of Pixie, I mean, he had a YouTube channel for a long, long time before I even sort of got involved. And it were only sort of through me losing my mum and, you know, feeling a little bit lost that I started my YouTube channel. You know what I mean? And Random Life Productions in somewhat way is responsible for that. You know, I can sort of credit her for sort of, well, let's say, egging me on to start a channel. And then sort of, you know, the thing happened with my mum, she passed away. I was feeling a little bit, let's just say, lost. And it just sort of, you know, what the heck, I'll start my YouTube channel. But I'm like aceton nature, bonjour. That's about only French I know. Even though I studied French at school, but you know, I'm a little bit older now, and you forget these sort of things. But oh, she's trying out the voice thing, so it's typing. Well, it's typing what you're saying. I think Bella's trying to say she's. So yeah, you know, it's and I agree with what Aisie Days has said. He says YouTube helps me more than people will ever know, and I can't say YouTube saved me, but it kept me sane. Although I've gone a little bit insane since meeting a lot of these people, but yeah, Bella says she blames Gail for everything. But you know, and I'm like Aisie, it's blown me away the fact that in just over like a year and a half, I've got to 1,400 supporters, and the fact that I'm monetized, etc. You know, it has blown me away the amount of support that I've got. You know, and I'm humbled that, you know, I'm just me, you know. I'm not sort of, I don't sit there and, I mean, like Bella, she's a beauty channel, you know what I mean? I don't sort of put no airs and graces on. I am who I am, you know, and people appreciate the fact that, you know, I am who I am. So, so if Aisie Days is still here, do you want to come up on the panel? You know, do you want to speak a little bit about your raffle that you did yesterday? You know, and I mean, same as I say, I mean, thank you, Gail. I do appreciate, same as I say, I do appreciate everybody's support. You know, the fact that, you know, I've met Gail, I've met Bella, I've met Eagle VP, you know, and I've met some great people, not just on YouTube, but in real life. You know what I mean? Actually, in person, and everyone knows that without YouTube, and I think Bella will agree with me, I wouldn't have met Bella, and she's like my sister. Gail's a great friend. Oh, you're about to go out, are you? Okay, then. Same as I say, I just thought I'd ask, you know, but maybe another time. She's posh anyway. But yeah, you know, and in a way, it does humble me that I've got to know such great people. You know, I mean, it's all right me sitting here every morning and saying, you know, blah, blah, blah sort of thing. But God, going free. It's okay, AZ. I mean, some as I say, I mean, I often say, you know, YouTubing, you know, it's only a small part of his life. You know, we have got other things, other life outside YouTube, let's say. So just to say, I'll be doing a vlog later. I was going to do it yesterday. But you know, other people know that the lads went to football and it was quite late when they got in, and I'd sort of got dinner on and etc, etc. So it was getting quite late by the time they came back in. So I said, oh, leave it. I'm not going to rush about doing it today. I'll do it tomorrow. And I have downloaded 2 other quite good projects, let's just say. Hiya, Barnyard Chicken. I have downloaded them, and I'll just show you one. And oh, I was showing it Chris last night, and they were getting really excited. So this is just a picture, and he were like literally drooling when I shown it to him. I don't know whether you can see that on my phone, and it's called chocolate chip cookie cupcakes. You actually put the cookie dough inside the cakes. I don't know whether you can see the picture or not. Let it focus a little bit, but oh, they look absolutely gorgeous. And I mean, Pixie's exact words were, because it says makes 12, he says, is that all? He says, I'm having 11 of them. So yeah, that's one. And funnily enough, this is the Dr. Oetker website, and this is another one that I'm on about trying, and that's the chocolate bundt cake. So yeah, so that's the second one. So I'm going to be quite busy. I've been doing my research, so yeah, all them chocolate chip cookies. Oh, even that, you know, I don't like a lot of cake myself, but the concept of it, the cookie dough actually inside the cake, and then you like make some small ones to stick in the top. Oh, they look absolutely gorgeous. So I'm on a diet, for goodness sake. Sorry, Gail. I mean, it was like Emmy yesterday, over at Saturday. We were talking about the white chocolate lemon slices, and she went, I'm on a diet too. She says, I tell you what, she says, I'll just lick the screen. Hiya, Dennis, how are you? Yeah, so Emma says, I'll just lick the screen. So yes, it's a case of you know, watching this space and good things to come baking wise. I did sort of say, you know, into the new year, I'm going to sort of get more into the baking vlogs and do a few more baking vlogs. So what with the coffee morning and health wise, etc., I've neglected them a little bit. So so yeah, I've decided, right, you know, put my mind to it. This is it, you know, I'm gonna, I mean, but with a chocolate bundt cake, I've got the tin, I've got all the ingredients, so it's, well, apart from the dark chocolate, but you know, I'm trying to research and do like things that's exciting, not just, you know, your average Joe, but something a bit more exciting. And when I seen them cookie dough, chocolate chip cookie, whatever they are, I thought, oh, you know what I mean? I'll have people drooling at that one because they do look absolutely gorgeous. I have got my coffee, by the way. So yes. Trust Dennis. He says it sounded like he said chocolate bum then. Amber, how are you? No, it's a chocolate bundt. BUNDT. I'll just show it you again there, Dennis. And it's actually named after the tin that you use. That's it, look. It's a chocolate bundt. I don't know whether you probably can't see the writing, but it's chocolate bundt and it's spelt BUNDT. So yeah. And I'll just show the other one. Chocolate chip cookie cupcakes. That's a picture of them, look. I mean, I don't know whether you can see they actually, you know, it says you make them in little balls and then you like combine it into the actual cupcakes, but you also make some like mini cookies, sticking the icing on top. So you know what I mean? It's but yeah, I mean, well, I was going to say it's not very often Chris drools over, but when I showed him that last night, and I went, oh, they look absolutely gorgeous, and he says, oh, he says, I can't wait to eat them. Laughing at what Gail's put. I'd have a big bundt if I eat that cake. But yeah, you know, it's I'm trying to look for things that look exciting, you know. Hiya, Darren, how are you? But I mean, the bundt tin is quite, you know, it's more popular in the USA than it is here in the UK. But when I got the cookbook last year, I was looking through it and that says I'm going to have to buy one of them. I'm a baker, so I've got sort of all sorts of tins, you know what I mean, flan dishes, etc., etc. And I think it was only about £8 and £9. But to me, as a baker, it's a good investment. Yeah, I've only used it the once so far, and this is hence why, you know, I look into these things and yeah. But yeah, I sometimes, well, mostly print them off. But this Dr. Oetker website, it allows you to actually like download them onto your phone. So, well, I think Pixie will tell you. I mean, like in the kitchen, we've like got this great big massive cupboard, and you open the door, and like all tins fall out when you open the door. And then I've sort of, it's overspilled into the next cupboard as well. You know, it's I've got like 2 lots of 7-inch cake tins. I've got 2 lots of them. I've got 2 like loaf tins. I've got loose bottom tins. You know, I've got flan dishes. I've got flan, you know, metal flan tins. You know, you name it, I've got it. No, we don't. We don't really have to serve dinner on the floor. But we're not having no football talk, by the way, Dennis. It's banned. No football talk whatsoever today. You know, we've had all the Barnet jokes and whatever, they all out the way. So I sort of, I've banned everybody from football talk today. So, yeah. And like, you know, like at Christmas, I have like celebrations and heroes or whatever, roses, Quality Street. I've got actually on top of me cupboard about 10 of the blooming things on top there, because same as I said, I mean, when you're baking and whatever, you know, I always, you know, you run out of things or things to put them in, you know, sandwich boxes, etc. So, yeah, good on you, no football. Yeah. But yes, Chris got quite a bit of ribbing yesterday about the game. We did actually go to the game. So he did get quite a bit of ribbing about it. And I says, well, you know, and my exact words to Bella were, I mean, football's not a subject to talk about because I'd sooner watch paint dry, to be honest with you. So I went in Gales yesterday, and they were going on about Barnet because that were who they.
I weren't even in stream, and I got ripped for it.
Yeah, Chris weren't even there, and they were, you know, you got Keith having a go. You got Hiya Douglas. Douglas has bought the cookies. I've just been showing them a picture, Douglas, a recipe that I'm going to try, and it involves cookies actually. Chocolate chip cookie cupcakes. There you go, Douglas. So yeah, that's sort of one of my next projects, and it combines chocolate chip cookies with the cupcake as well. So yeah, I were in randoms. I mean, random went live, and I was sort of getting bombarded with, you know, ribbing sort of via proxy, like, you know, you know, asking how's his Barnet doing and things like that. And I went, look, you know, I'm not interested in football. Or ask Chris this or ask Chris that. And I went, you know, and then sort of Steve went live, and they were all sort of, I kept saying, look, there'll be no football talk. You know, it's wearing it a bit thin now. Hiya, Sylvia, how are you? Gives Douglas a kiss on the cheek, Amber. So it was sort of, getting a bit like it were grating on me a little bit, all this football, and tell Chris this and tell Chris that. And I went, you know, sod that, tell him yourself. That was sort of my attitude towards it, because they were wearing a little bit thin. You know, it's all right. I've got to live with him. I'd already had them coming home and saying, Chris was saying, well, we deserve to get beaten, you know, and this, that, and other. So I'd already had it from Chris when they came home. To then be bombarded with it in Gales and Steve last night, and it were one of them moments where you got steam coming out your ears. It were, shut up about bloody football. Amber says she's going to talk football. Yeah, Gail knows I love footy. Yeah, so much so I got to every match. Not. Same as I says to Bella last night, Gail. I says, you know me, honest to a fault, and I says, I'd sooner watch and sit paint dry than go and watch the football. I ain't going sitting out on a field. Well, not in a field or on a field, but I ain't going freezing my nuts off, you know, middle of winter, just to watch 22 men kicking a leather ball about. You know what I mean? So, Peter says here, Mrs. P made it just for you, a coffee and a cookie. Thank you, Peter. But yeah, you know, I mean, my passion's baking, not football. You know what I mean? Never. You see, funny thing is, my mum was sports mad. She'd watch anything slightly or remotely connected to sport, darts, snooker, athletics, even the Formula One. But to me, it bores me rigid, so let's stop going on about it. But you know, my mum would watch anything, rugby, cricket, you know, anything. So obviously I don't take after my mother because it bores me to death. But because she used to make me own tennis. Oh, don't get me started about tennis. This is the thing, when Wimbledon were on and she used to come for a dinner, first thing, as soon as she got through the door, we put telly on. There's some tennis on. Oh, God. You know, that was my initial reaction. Oh, God. But I did it just to appease my mother, basically. Anything, at least while the tennis was on, she were being quiet. She were engrossed in the tennis, not chewing my ear off about, you know, whatever. Random Laugh Productions, Crimson Tide football team is playing today. Wish my team luck. Well, I wish your team luck, Amber. I mean, not that I understand anything about it, but same as I say, don't interest me. You know, it's just some people are interested in sports, some people aren't. So, you know, it wouldn't do for us all to be the same, would it? You know, Chris likes his football. You know, he's not all that bothered about other sports. There again, on the other hand, his dad is into his cricket, his rugby, etc. So, you know, I don't think that's true, Mr. P. He says, Gail wants to give me that camera. She says she can't get the hang of it. But it's like everything else, once you know, it's like Pixie when they had the drone. You know, it's the more you use it, the more you get used to it. And it's the same with me with hangouts, etc. I mean, Gail can remember and Pixie can remember. First time I ever did an hangouts, took me 2 hours, but I got there eventually. So, and it's just like second nature to me nowadays, you know, click, bombing, you know, but jobs are good in, as I say. So, yeah. So I had to ring the doctors this morning for Callum. He's got an appointment at the doctor's at 4:10. He's having trouble with his ears again. I'm talking about taking after it. Chris had a lot of trouble with his ears, and I mean, even now, he's, you know, he had to have the grommets and whatever in. So I think he's taking after his dad as regards problems with his ears, and he's been complaining over the weekend that, you know, he's had earache, his you know, his ear sounds blocked and he's not hearing properly and things like that. So, and he has had to go to the doctor's to have his ear syringed before. I mean, that was sort of, so I mean, he's taking after his dad as regards having ear problems. So, hi Anita, how are you? So, hey, look who's here. Got Barmer Grits in. Hiya, Sharon, how are you? We've missed you, Sharon. It hasn't been the same without you. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know about Pixie, but from me, I have missed you, Sharon. Pixie's just put, see you all, I'm off, Sharon's here, lol, only joking. So, so yes, Barmer and Pixie have got that sort of love-hate relationship. So, she says, don't make me come and run you over with my wheelchair. Oh, dear. But yeah, you know, so he's see what I mean? They've got this love-hate relationship. Gonna run over him with a wheelchair. He says he's gonna let her tires down. So not that she picks on him much. I want to say much. In brackets, much. So she's she's getting what's it now? She's going to run over your drone. But yeah, the title is Just Be There for Each Other, and I've just been saying, Sharon, what wonderful friends we've made on YouTube, you know. And we have made some wonderful friends. Oh dear. Fight. Dennis is going. You see what I mean about a love-hate relationship? I mean, Eagle VP and Random Life's got that sort of relationship. Well, Pixie and Barmer's got the same relationship. She's even threatened to hit him over the head with a cast iron skillet before now. So that's the sort of relationship they've got. She says, gosh, I've missed you, Pixie. Oh, dear. But this is the only place you can come and get insulted and get away with it, if you know what I mean. Just like a migraine headache. It is fun, Anita. You know, as much as the sort of, I mean, like Pixie calls DJ M Grandad and he calls him our kid. You know, we've got that sort of community where you can say things in fun and it's taken in the matter it's intended. It's just a bit of fun. You know what I mean? It's all right. I'm laughing at what Chris has just said. He's going to put a wheel clamp on Palmer's wheelchair. Hiya, fat boy. How are you? Oh dear. But you know, when same as I've said, when push comes to shove, I know that everyone looks out for each other.
Pixie's picking up.
Amber's threatening to run over with a four-wheeler. But same as I say, that's the sort of community that we've got. You know, we can sit in here and have a laugh with each other. You know, call each other, but everyone knows it's just in fun. But oh, Pixie, you're in trouble now. It's been in trouble a long while, Palmer. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, you know, I mean, and I do. I appreciate every single one of you. You know,
she started it, fat boy. I'm just finishing it.
You know, it does. You know, it does. Hey, I'd give him the last cookie, Jeanette, mate. So thank you for that, Sharon. But you know, we sit here having a laugh. You know, we're having a joke. It's ISD. How are you? Yeah, she's on about those cookies. She said, "You know what she means, don't you?" It's all right. He's got headphones on. He can't hear, baby. She says, I'd give him the last cookie Jeanette makes, and she's on about the, you know, the shaped ones."
Oh, that's all right. I just said I go elsewhere.
So yeah, I mean, she's referring to the, you know, how can I put it without actually saying it? You know, the male genitalia cookies. That's what Sharon's referring to. I'll just say yes, those cookies. But and I do tend to agree with what Gail's just said. Random Life Productions, laughter is good for the soul. It is. You know, it's all right. I'm just laughing at Pixie because, I mean, if I remember rightly, he said one had never passed his lips, but he did eat one. See you later, Gail. Have a good day at work, and I'll see you later. But funny thing is, Sharon, I haven't made any since, and I've got like 2 sets, and I always keep saying that when I get to 1,500, I've got 2 sets of them cutters to give away. So yeah, so once I get to 1,500, I've got 2 sets of those cutters to give away. So yeah, I mean, it's not for everyone, but I just thought it was, you know, something to sort of lighten the mood, you know, get everyone laughing, get everyone, you know, talking, let's just say. And but same as I said, when all said and done, a cookie's a cookie, whatever shape it's in, you know, and it was just something to lighten the mood, you know. I have got other cookie cutters, you know, like Christmas trees and art shapes and circles and, you know, stars and all this, that and other. So it was just something that I thought would be entertaining and make people laugh and, you know, topic of discussion, let's just say. So, you know, but I mean, we ain't got a lot of money, so same as I said, I mean, they were relatively cheap to buy. I don't give massive giveaways away, you know, so, oh, I've got Carl induced my randomness. Happy New Year to you too. Here, get your cookie cutters. But yeah, you know, it's and I loved all your you know, your pictures and everything from your visit to Utah, and there was a little bit of a laughter element about it because White Rose Adventures said he was setting up a charity drive to get Juice My Randomness some clothes because they'd lost his luggage apparently. I finally got my case back. Only took 6 days. Yeah, we had a quiet one, just us three, Carl. You know, that's the way we wanted it. You know, just us three, just us family. You know what I mean? And it were a good Christmas. You know, no sort of put under any pressure to go anywhere, be anywhere, and you know, nice, relax, and that's how we wanted it. And we all know that Carl had an absolutely awesome time at Christmas. It was with his fiancée, you know, at Christmas. What more could you ask for? You know? Yeah, exactly. I agree with that, Carl. Christmas is about being with the people you love. You were with the person you love. I were with the person, well, the two people that I love. You know, it's about families. It's about families. You know, and you know, I mean, not everybody knows that Barma lost her husband a few months ago. So I hope you enjoyed your Christmas, Sharon. You know, did you spend it with family? You know, I did think about you. You know, wondering if you were on your own. Did you have family with you? You know, because that's what I do. I do worry about people that are on their own at Christmas. So, you know, I did think about you, Sharon, you know, but, you know, it's 2019, it's a new year. Hi, Carla, how are you? Hope you had a good birthday yesterday. Oh, you had all the kids here. Did okay Christmas Day the week before. I thought I'd flood the house if I cried another tear. Well, you see, it is. I mean, even sort of like my mum's been passed away nearly 2 years in April, but that's the time it hits me the most at Christmas. Christmas and birthdays. The holidays are a rough time being alone. It highlights, but yeah. And this is what, you know, you sit here contemplating, well, I've got my family around me. There are people out there that have got no family, got no friends, and it does sort of tug on your heartstrings that someone somewhere is sitting there alone, got no one, you know, got no reason to celebrate because they've got no one around them. So and it makes you even more thankful that you've got your family around you, that you get to spend it with the people that you love. Because there are people like, let's say, for instance, the homeless, you know, that have got no one, they've not got a roof over their head, they don't know where the next meal's coming from, etc. So it does make everyone grateful. See you later, Dennis. He says, got to go. I have to renew my driving license because I'm old. See you all soon. Have an awesome Jeanette, Chris, and everyone in the chat. See you later, Dennis. Give me love to Emma. Sharon says, I'll be right back. I'm going for coffee or I won't be awake. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? But yeah, we're just talking about, you know, being around people that we love at Christmas. It is a time for families, but, you know, just spare a thought for the people that didn't have anyone and, you know, the homeless, etc. That ain't got anybody, ain't got any friends, ain't even got a roof over the head. And such organisations like, you know, Shelter and Salvation Army, etc. Yeah, I mean, Bella's having the same problem, Steph. You know, she was saying that she'd been up 2 days straight, not had no sleep, and it's a case of, if you're not sleeping properly, you tend to burn out, if you know what I mean. And in the case of Bella, I think that's what's happened. I think she's burnt herself out. But your body can't help, you know, not being able to sleep. But it does happen, you know, you sort of, you burn yourself out if you, the body relies on sleep. Yeah, Amber's saying she's thankful that, you know, it were her and her husband. There is people out, you know, people out there that ain't got anybody, ain't got family, ain't got friends. So, so yeah, you know, and going back to the, you know, your body needs sleep. If it don't get that sleep, it does tend to burn out. I can't say I've had a fantastic night. I can't remember last time I had a fantastic night. I did sort of, I think it's about a couple of weeks now. I did, and this is unusual for me, to actually go to bed and sleep through without either getting out to go to the toilet, not being able to sleep, you know, and it does take its toll on the body. You know, and like a few weeks ago, I actually went to bed, fell asleep, and actually stayed asleep until the next morning without even having to get out to go to the toilet. Now, that's very, very unusual for me. And I tend to sort of go and go and go. You push yourself, and then it does. The body burns itself out, and, you know, at some point, you know, it's your body trying to tell you, well, enough's enough. I can't take it anymore, and you just crash and burn. But for somebody that don't sort of that don't suffer with sleep problems, I mean, it's hard to explain. You know, I mean, I just explain it like, you know, it's a case of you're tired, but you just can't switch your mind off. It's like you can't just flick a switch and say, well, you know, go to sleep, sort of thing. Cheery Giggles is there as well. He's saying you can't remember when you had a fantastic night. Talking about sleep, Cheery, not anything else. Sleep. But you see, this is the thing, Amber. It gets to a point where your body says enough's enough. I mean, How can I explain it? My ex, he just used to pass out, but they did all these tests, you know, they thought he might have epilepsy. It weren't like, sort of like a convulsion or anything. That were it sort of just, you know, it could be doing anything and he'd be, you know, and he'd just go. And then wake up and sort of be disorientated and not know where he is, etc., etc. Now, they sent him for all these tests, you know, epilepsy, like brain function things, and they couldn't find anything. And basically, they did all these tests, couldn't find anything. So the way the consultant explained it to him, it's probably your brain telling your body, you know, enough's enough, and it's like flicking a light switch, and the brain just switches everything off like a light switch. And it's your brain's way of telling your body, you know, that's enough, I've had enough. And that's the way he explained it.
I tell me that every day.
It's just like flicking a light switch. Right, you know, I'm switching you off for a little bit, and that were it. I've never actually suffered or experienced sleep paralysis. I can imagine it being terrified, you know. You know, you're awake, you're awake, or, you know, but it's like you can't control your body. Hi, Steve, how are you? Yeah, it does sound scary stuff, but some would say the way I've just explained it, you know, with my ex's situation, the way the doctor, you know, the physician explained it to him, it's like your brain telling your body to, you know, to slow down.
I'm just off the shot.
So you know, it you know, and that's the only way that's the only way you can, the doctor could explain it. It's your brain's way of telling your body to slow down, and enough's enough. So I mean, you know, the brain is a very complex thing, you know. Steve says he's looking forward to some lemon drizzle. So yeah, I have a sleeping disorder called restless leg syndrome. Yeah, Beauty on a Budget suffers from that as well. And this is why I'm talking about Bella, because she messaged me this morning and she's like been up 2 days straight, and she says it's like you're a walking zombie. You know, you get disorientated. You know, you don't know which way to turn, and you know, it's.
A bit more. Hey?
Don't forget water.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna go to Premier.
Yeah, I'll see you in a bit then. But yeah, you know, it's in some form or other, you know, I suffer. Bella has, yeah. I mean, there's a lot, you know. I mean, she's got the fibromyalgia thing. She has the restless leg syndrome. She's been having a lot of trouble. You're only jealous, Sharon, because you want it to be you. Yeah, Bella's got like what they call a frozen shoulder. I can sympathise with her there, because I've got a lot of trouble with my collarbone and like this area, you know, with the arthritis and whatever. Yeah, and sort of Bella explained it to me this morning. She's like gone 2 days without any sleep. It gets to the point where you feel like you're a walking zombie, you're disorientated, you don't, you know, And the best thing to do is shut yourself away in a room, just lie down and try and get some rest. It's when you mentally wake up while your body is in REM sleep and all your muscles. Yeah. I've heard that, Stephanie, that, you know, it's like I've heard people refer to it as like an out-of-body experience. You know, you feel like you're awake, but you're not, but you're sort of frozen to that spot, you know what I mean? Yeah, Sharon wanted to be in the middle. You know what I always say, Cheery, them that doth protest too much. Sorry, Sharon. You know, I love you, really. But yeah, you know, there are a lot of things. I mean, it's like I suffer from sleep apnea. Now, that is actually a medical condition because it's like your throat closes in. This is why people snore really loudly and it can cause strokes and heart attacks because it's a narrowing of the airwaves. Now, it's essentially you stop breathing in your sleep. Now, you think if you're stopping breathing in your sleep, it's cutting oxygen off from the brain. So it can be quite a serious. It can be quite a serious, you know, thing to have. It can cause strokes. It can cause heart attacks. But yeah, I mean, how I got to be diagnosed was the fact that the very loud snoring and the fact that you can be fast asleep. And what had happened with me was I'd wake up, but you sort of like you can't, you know, you stop breathing, and then all of a sudden you take a breath in, but it's like making you choke, and then I'd be like coughing and spluttering, and it's hard to get the air into the airwaves, and you're sort of like gasping for breath, you know. And it got mentioned to, because I went to see the doctors. I went to the doctors and he says, have you ever been tested for sleep apnea? You know, and then they sort of ask you this questionnaire, you know, do you snore really loudly? Do you find that you're more tired when you get up in the morning than, you know, like you've had no sleep? I says, yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I used to be absolutely wiped out, even though I'd been to bed, been to sleep, etc. Yeah. But I find that as well, Cheery Giggles, because when I had my weight loss surgery, I felt like I'd slept a week. I mean, by the time I'd had my surgery, etc., I'd got the sleep apnea and I'd got diagnosed with sleep apnea. So they are made aware of that. But obviously they put the oxygen mask on, or I mean, I don't know what they put on you when you're asleep, but you feel when you wake up from surgery like you're refreshed, like you've had the best sleep in the world. But yeah, hi Emma, how are you? So yeah, so I filled this questionnaire in at the doctors as regarding my sleep patterns, etc. Do you feel like that you've not had no sleep? Hiya, Finn Sky Views, how are you? You know, and I basically said yes to all the questions. So it was, you want to put your toast in, your dad just nipped at the shop. Oh. So yeah, so basically it were, yeah, you know what I mean? I basically answered yes to all the questions that he was asking me. So he says, well, in my opinion, he says, I think you've got sleep apnea. So I'll refer you to the hospital. So the next step is basically to do a sleep study. Now, initially, I had to go into the hospital and wire up to all these machines, and you know, you look like something out of Frankenstein because you've got all these wires on you, you've got all these machines beeping, and how they expect you to get to sleep with all these machines. Oh, I've got an itchy. Oh. You know, but then you have to go back to see the consultant, etc. And oh, Gordon Bennett, we see people do have a reaction to not just general anaesthetic but local anaesthetic. You see, Pixie is allergic to certain local anaesthetics. Now, they don't use the two that Pixie's allergic to. It's like the local anaesthetic that Pixie's allergic to is was mainly used in dentistry. So but yeah, so they call you back in after you've done the sleep study, etc. And they actually informed me that I stopped breathing 32 times in an hour period. Now, when you think about it, stopping breathing 32 times within an hour period is really, really scary. So, I mean, it is a scary thing. I mean, in some form or other, every single every single one, person in one form or another has difficulty sleeping or some sort of a sleep related illness, let's just say. Those just popped. So yeah, I mean, it's it's amazing the different forms of sleep, things that we have. I mean, like mine's sleep apnea. You've got Amber with the restless leg syndrome. You've got Steph that has problems sleeping. I mean, Bella, hers is fibromyalgia, etc., etc. Oh, Amber says, Cheery, they had to shock my heart to wake me up, and that was right. Yeah. We see I've had gallbladder surgery as well, Amber, but this was before keyhole surgery. So then you have some that have chronic illness where they sleep 24/7. We see this is it. You've got sort of one end of the spectrum where you've got people that stay up and stay awake for days on end. Then you've got the other side of the spectrum where you've got people like sleeping the clock round, more or less. You know what I mean? But this is the thing, whether it's you, whether it's I, whether it's anybody, people need sleep to function as a human being. Hi, Flying Jersey, how are you? People need sleep to function.
Where's the chocolate spread?
Is it in cupboard as your dad put?
I can't see him.
Well, just have a look on the worktop. I'm not. Yeah, Steph says I sleep all the time. I don't sleep. We see this is it. This is what I'm saying about the different ends of the spectrum. You've either getting no sleep or you're sleeping, So yeah, life is full of challenges. We just suffer. This is what this is the thing. Cheery, it is full of challenges. You know, it's but same as same as I was saying, you know, one, the body needs oxygen. Two, the brain needs oxygen, and that is just to function, just to live. You know what I mean? It's but the sort of illnesses that dictate that, you know, I mean, sleep apnea, it can cause strokes, it can cause heart attacks, because basically the body starves the brain of oxygen. So unless it's treated like, you know, like me, I have a CPAP machine, which basically keeps my body functioning correctly. But you see, functional or non-functional, you know, it's every single one of us. Yeah, but I mean, I'm a shortwave radio. You don't come in and disrupt a serious thing with talking about serious subjects here. Stephanie has trouble sleeping, and this is what we're discussing sleep patterns. You know, you've got people that cannot sleep, and same as she's just said, it's 4 in the morning and she hasn't slept a wink. People do have these problems. These problems are real. Did you find it? Have a look in the cupboard.
I have looked in the cupboard.
Well, you haven't looked close enough then. Oh, that's nice then, Stephanie. Yeah, Cheery says, then you have a 90-year-old that can run a marathon, eat crap, smoke all day, and it's healthy. Yeah, well, this is the thing. Well, I did consider doing that myself, Amber. All I ask is people come here, be respectful. You know, we're talking serious discussions here, and it is a fact of life that people do have problems sleeping. You know, for somebody to say, I'm just saying this to, I'm a shortwave radio. Yeah, you might have 7,000 subscribers, but it's easier said than done to tell somebody to go to bed. You can go to bed and not sleep. Fact. You know what I mean? So, yeah, and we're talking insomnia, you know, I mean, you know, all I ask is people be, you know, you were being disrespectful. Stephanie's saying that it's 4 o'clock in the morning. She's not slept a wink. We're talking about sleep problems here. But yeah, you know, it is being just, I mean, the guy might have 7,000, because I did check his channel out, and I was sort of debating myself. Yeah, the guy might nearly have 8,000 subscribers, but you come into a chat, all I ask is people be respectful to the discussion that we're having, not just come in and say, well, go to bed then. Because I know all too well it's easier said than done. But to me, that is being disrespectful, saying, well, go to bed then. You know, I mean, just because you've got nearly 8,000 supporters, don't give you the right to come into my chat and be disrespectful to people. Yeah, especially after correcting what, you know. But same as I mean, same as I said, Steph, you know, all I ask is people be respectful of the people in the chat, the subject that we're talking about, not just come in and, I mean, in my mind, it would be disrespectful. So, so yeah. I mean, if he comes back, I should ban him. It's pure and simple. You know, I'm not a drama channel. That person might be a drama channel. I don't know. I don't know them. I'm not subscribed to them, so I don't know. But, you know, I'm not a drama channel. I don't do drama. I just ask people, be respectful to one another. Yeah, we have a laugh and a joke, but it's only because we know one another. Did you find some?
No. Nothing to say that. There's nobody's on the
A little bit somewhere, Callum.
side, wasn't it?
No, I've never seen him before either, Cheery Giggles. And same as I said, I mean, I did check his channel out, got nearly 8,000 supporters, but I don't care how many supporters, you know, I don't care how many supporters you've got, whether you've got 20,000, 40,000 or whatever. This is my live stream, and all I ask is people be respectful. That's all, you know. You know, and I'm not having anybody being disrespectful, you know, to anybody in the chat. And that's one thing I won't tolerate. I won't tolerate people being disrespectful. Hiya, Health and Fashion, how are you? So, but I don't think with 8,000, I don't think with 8,000 supporters, it were a troll per se. It was just being a dick.
What?
So, so yeah, I think he just thought he were being in my words, a smart ass. So, I don't think it was. I don't think it was a troll per se, because he got like nearly 8,000 supporters. But you know, I'm not having that person coming in and disrespecting people in the chat by telling them to go to bed, when clearly we're talking about sleep disorders and the different sleep disorders. Yeah, Pixie's channel, who's my husband, he's got Nightbot. Well, basically, Cheery Giggles, someone came in, they got like nearly 8,000 supporters, and obviously we're talking about just talking about sleep disorders and whatever, and this, I forget what name it channel is, came in and just sort of, Steph was saying basically if she's been up like 2 days straight, she can't function, and they corrected her, saying unfunctionable. It was like basically just being a dick. Yeah. Hi, RC dude, how are you? Happy New Year to you. Yeah, Amber, you did the correct thing. I mean, same as I say, I did take a look at his channel. I thought, I'm like Pixie. I mean, you know, Flying Jersey, you know, I haven't been in before, but I'm sort of person, I give anybody the benefit of the doubt. So long as you're respectful, then you're all right. The minute you get disrespectful, either moderators or myself will take care of it. So, so you did the right thing there, Amber. I mean, I will say, if it comes back in, either you respect the people or bye, you're gone. But, you know, I don't expect a lot, but one thing I do expect is people to be respectful of each other. That's the only thing I ask. Yeah, I mean, I found that it were being a little bit disrespectful, Stephanie. And then sort of when they made the comments, so, you know, we'll go to bed then. For the discussion that we're having about sleep problems, that it's like, in my eyes, a red rag to a bull, saying, well, go to bed then. You know, it's easier said than done when you've got sleep problems. Yeah, and that was the same for me, Stephanie. Same as I said, I didn't want to do anything too rash. I thought, well, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but obviously, we're here to, you know, basically being ass, a dick. So, me, same as I say, we sit here, we can have a laugh. We do have a laugh, but we do talk about serious subjects. And to me, sleep problems is a serious subject. Yeah, we're the same flying jersey. And I were only saying earlier on, you know, through YouTube, we've met some fantastic people. Some we have met in real life, some we haven't, but I still class them as real friends. The fact that, you know, you can communicate, we can talk on such subjects as this, you know, and it's a fact of life. I mean, like on Friday, I was talking about depression, anxiety, and things like that. But you'd be surprised at the amount of people that suffer with them sort of things, you know, anxiety, depression, sleep problems. It's a fact of life that people do suffer with these things. Yeah, we've known each other for a long time, so we get each other. And to me, people with blue wrenches are the people I trust. And I know that by giving them a blue wrench, they've got me back and they'll look out for, you know, when you're trying to do a live stream, you can't sort of catch everybody's comments. So I know that people that have got blue wrenches are people that I trust. I don't give them out willy-nilly. And I give them to people that I've known, that have come here regularly, and I know that have got my back. Yeah, and this is the thing. Amber says she's not a friend, she's just an extra. Oh, funny thing is, Amber, I've never heard of anybody called Bobby McNutt. So, I mean, it's like YouTube's big, but in respect, it's like a small world, because you can dare bet that you can go in people's live streams and there'd be somebody there that you know. Cocky cutters. But yeah, you know, love the accent. Where you from? Well, we actually live in South Yorkshire, but I'm not originally from South Yorkshire. We're in the UK, by the way. I'm actually originally from Nottinghamshire. So so yeah, you know, it's Farmer, I love Bobby McNutt. I'm his YouTube granddaughter. He adopted me. Farmer Grits, she's from Alabama. Oh dear. But yeah, you know, it's a case of, I don't beat around the bush. I don't put any airs and graces on. What you see is what you get with me. You know, it's like Marmite, or what's the other one that they have in Australia? We have Marmite and they have Vegemite. You know, it's like one of these cases, you either love me or hate me, you know, either way, you know, whatever sort of thing. That's sort of my attitude. Can't you detect the southern accent? You see, I'm Vegemite. That's the one, and it's a case of either Vegemite or Marmite. You either love me or you hate me, or you know. But I'm like Sharon. Either way, I couldn't give a stuff what you think. I'm just I'm just me being me.
Anybody want cheese on toast?
Oh, thank you. People can definitely hear my Alabama accent. But you see, the thing is, I'm not very good at doing accents. So, Vegemite Marmite is a copycat that needs to be shot to the moon. Well, either way, Cheery Giggles, whether it's Vegemite or Marmite, I can't stand the stuff. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they both can be shot to the moon because no, that's a different subject. RC Do says yes, 2 slices, please. Sharon says she had Vegemite, decided it was good for oil in my car. Oh, you're from New Jersey, are you? But yeah, it's a case of I'm just here. I'm making friends. I've made some really, really good friends. You know what I mean? You know, and it's how can I put it? People seem to like me because I am who I am. I'm not pretending to be something I'm not. You know, I'm open and I'm honest, and everyone knows that if anybody's got a problem, I can't say I can solve your problems or anything, but you've always got an ear to listen in me. You know what I mean? You know, if anybody says, "Oh, I'm having problems with this, what do you think I ought to do?" I can't say I can solve everybody's problems, but I like to think that I'm approachable, that people can sort of say to me, "Well, you know, what would you do in this situation? What would you, you know?" Oh, you're working on that, and I love the pictures of them paintings that you've done, Sharon. You know, I mean,
thank you.
Oh yeah, don't forget to take your clothes. They're your school clothes. They're your
yeah.
But this is it, Amber. Hi, WrestleMania. How are you? You know, I'm sort of not. How can I put it? I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I've got regulars that come back time after time after time because it's a relaxed atmosphere. They're not going to get judged by me or anybody else in the chat. You know what I mean? We all, from my perspective, we are all a bunch of friends. And as Chopper so eloquently put it once, we come here as strangers, but leave as friends. Hi, JDS. You know, and same as Pixie's just said, we all get along. You know, we've got similar interests. You know, I'm not a painter, but Steph comes here. You know, we in some respect or one way or another, we all make that connection. We've all got certain things or some things in common. So, okay then, Flying Jersey, thank you for coming in, and I do appreciate it. You know, I do appreciate everybody that comes, even if it's just for a chin wag, you know, and Cheery Giggles says, can you fry some onions? A bit too early in the morning here for fried onions. Well, it's nearly lunchtime. It's 11:44 to be exact. But, you know, I like to think that in one way or another, we're all connected in that we've got certain things that connect us. But you see, Pixie were hoping to go out with the drone today, but the weather is absolutely pants here. It's dark, dingy and dismal here. Has it stopped raining?
Yeah, it's not raining, it's just windy.
Yeah, because it were like that very fine drizzle here. We have had the heating on because it was quite sort of down in the temperatures this morning, but thank God to the person that invented central heating. That's all I can say. JDS says, Pixie's channel, good morning.
Morning, mate.
We see normally, Amber, that's the funny thing. I buy a cream cheese, but it's got like, what's the one I have?
Cream and chive, I thought.
Is it onion and chive? Something
Onion
or other. I have the one with like onion and chives. I like a bit of flavour to mine.
That's a horrible one.
Yeah. But you see, Pixie just has a normal one. Because he's not into these yeah. He's not into the ones that have got flavouring, let's just say. I like, now, as a rule, I like garlic, but I don't like the cream cheese with garlic. I don't know why. But I find the favourite of mine is I think it's onion and garlic, not onion and garlic, onion and cheese, chives. So, you see, the thing is, when Callum has his breakfast, he has toast, but he has chocolate spread on it. He likes chocolate spread on his toast. Oh, I've got one of them irritating itches on end of my nose. But it wouldn't do for everybody to have the same taste there again, you see. But you see, this is a thing, Amber, same as I say, I've tried like the garlicky one, and even though I like garlic, I like it as a flavouring and whatever, I don't actually like the cream cheese with garlic in it. So we've sort of tested several different ones. Pixie's is just like the plain cream cheese. I just like the onion and chives one. But yeah, I mean, everybody, the same as I say, we're all different. We've all got different tastes. What someone might like. I like the onion and chives one. Chris don't like that one. He just likes the plain cream cheese. Yeah, we love bacon. This is what I'm saying. Everybody's got different tastes. One person can't stand bacon. We love bacon. Now, there again.
You got popcorn.
Yeah, he has, Callum. Pixie likes his burnt to a crisp, so you can like break it. I just like mine just cooked, and I like mine sort of just cooked. Callum takes after me. He don't like his crispy or but Pixie's on other hand, he likes his really well done to the point where you can snap it. I prefer ketchup. Pixie prefers brown sauce. You know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. Everybody's got the different tastes. And Cherry Giggles is actually from Australia. JDS is from New Zealand, I think. I'm not sure. You see there again, I mean, JDS says he likes his eggs on. Pixie likes his flipping over and done on both sides, whereas I like my eggs so I can dip me bread or whatever in them. So you see, this is what I'm talking about different tastes. Chris prefers his, as they call it, like sunny side. He actually does his eggs both sides, whereas I like mine as I like the oat runny. Yeah, Same, Amber. I like eggs so you can dip your butter, your bread, and your bread and butter in it. Well, this is it. It's. I mean, I always say it goes back to when you were little. What the way your mum or your dad makes them. I've always liked my bacon just cooked. Callum not entertain any crispy bits, anything. I mean, it's like, like when you're frying an egg, and sometimes you get like the little brown where it's sort of curled up, as I say, on the edges and sort of a bit overdone. Let's just say Callum sort of cuts round them bits because he don't like the brown edges on them. He likes everything just cooked. It's a case of we've got all got his preferences and the way we like to do things and etc. It won't do for everybody to be the same. Excuse me while I eat my toast. But it's like let's say another instance like pizzas. Some people not entertain pineapple on pizzas. I don't, I'm sort of easygoing. I don't mind whatever topping, so long as it's not them little fish things or olives or anything like that. I'm okay. Pineapple, mushrooms, bacon or whatever, I'm easy. Them sort of toppings I like, but I not entertain the little fishy things and olives. That's the only two sort of toppings that are not entertained, let's just say. I mean, pepperoni, or whatever. I forgot what's the name of them pizzas.
Hey?
That meat that's on pizzas. Pepperoni. Pepperoni, that's it. I like anything like that. So I'm just asking everybody, what's your favourite pizza toppings? I mean, if I'm honest, I like the stuffed crust ones as well. Hi, East Dad, how are you? Well, what about some that don't? Well, this is it. This is what I'm saying. Everybody's got the different tastes in pizzas. I mean, if I were to run a poll, what's your favourite topping on pizzas? I like cheese, onions, mushrooms, everything except them little fishy things. I forgot what the RC do says you're making me hungry. You know what I mean? What would pepperoni? Each dad said pepperoni is the best. Same as I say, I can eat most pizza toppings, but olives and the little fishy things, I forget what they're called now. They two things that are not entertained. I mean, even like sweet corn and things like that, I'll give anything a go. If I don't like it, I'll not have it again. But I can entertain most. Anchovies, that's the one. I couldn't think of the name of them, but the anchovies and olives are the two things that. Well, this is it. Cherry Giggle says you can't not have cheese on a pizza. I mean, to me, cheese is the base ingredient on a pizza. You know what I mean? Nearly every single person has cheese on the pizza. And it, to me, that's like a basic ingredients. Everything else is just like an addition to that base. I mean, I even like the mozzarella on pizza. But no, you serve me a pizza with them anchovies on or olives, and that's it. I won't go near it whatsoever. So, Amber, what is your favourite topping on pizzas? Just sort of like getting a little poll thing going here. I can eat virtually anything on a pizza apart from anchovies and olives. The only two things that, you know, if I see a pizza with anchovies or olives on it, that's it. I'm done. So, who cares about the part? Well, you see, this is the thing, Cherry. Same as I say, I can virtually eat any topping on a pizza, apart from them two things. Oh, you see, that's one thing I don't like on pizza, Steph. I can't eat olives. In fact, I don't like olives, full stop. And as a young child, I went on like an exchange visit to France.
Well, not exchange, what?
Yeah. So basically, the French eat olives with practically everything. Now, you see, the thing is, Cherry says I only like thin crust. We prefer the stuffed crust or the deep pan ones. You know, that they are...
Them ones don't fill.
Yeah, the preferred one is the deep pan ones or the stuffed crust, but at a push, we'll eat the thin crust one. But yeah, I mean, you know, you've got some that do like the doner meat and the chicken doner meat, and you know, all sorts of variations. I'll give anything a go once. But there again, it's a preference in taste, you know, not everybody's same. Sorry if I'm not talking. I don't like to talk with my mouth full. But yeah. You see, I don't think I'm not fussed at anything that's too spicy. Then again, you've got people that are on the wavelength. The spicier, the better. You know what I mean? And I have to be very careful. Anything too spicy, I get heartburn. I get very bad indigestion. Hey, I'll tell you something, Amber. She says, Jeanette, be over there mukbanging. You know, like something everyone knows that it sort of comes up to your recommended list and everything. And I forget what the channel's called now. This is no word of a lie. and it's a lady, and it came up on my recommended list, and she posted a video, and she's a channel that does mukbanging, and that's all she does. She don't live stream or this, that, and the other. Well, obviously, I think it were a live stream because it went on for 39 minutes, and within just over an hour, she had like 4,500 views on this one.
Just eating.
Just sitting there eating. Cherry says we've gone from talking about sleep to eating, but yeah. Well, you see, that's one of the reasons why I can't do spicy food, Emma. Because I'm like you. I've got the IBS as well. But yeah, and I says to Chris, I says, oh, I'm in wrong. I'm doing wrong thing on my channel. I says 4,500 viewers in less than an hour for like a 39-40 minute video or whatever. Like, I don't know whether she'd gone live with it or whatever. I says, I'm doing wrong thing here. I couldn't get over the fact in less than an hour she nearly got 4,500 views on it. You know, just for sitting there eating. But then again, you've got people that enjoy that. I can cook things that he can eat that don't bother him, at least as far as I know. You see, this is the thing. I mean, this is where I'm going back to differing tastes. You know, it wouldn't do for everybody to be the same. You know, and have the same taste in food, have the same taste in men or women, or you know, we wouldn't be the people that we are today if we were the same. Had the same taste in foods, had the same taste in men or women, or you know, drinks or whatever. But I'll tell you something, Emma. You know what sets mine off? Cucumber.
Was Emma in? Hello, Emma.
Yeah, Emma's coming. I love cucumber, but it don't like me. Yeah.
So I'll just see who's won the video of the week.
Well, I think I know.
Yes, so do I.
Sorry, Emma. It's all right. Pixie's just doing. See you later, Cherry Giggles. Thank you for coming in.
See you later, Cherry Giggles.
Pixie's just doing the video thread of the week.
I'm trying to find it now.
Oh, you're trying to find it, are you? So.
Oh, better close that thread, aren't I?
But yeah, same as I've said, and I'll keep saying it. It wouldn't do for everybody to be the same. You know, Emma's got IBS. She's got several other health issues. I'm saying, and as much as I like cucumber, it don't like me. So you know, I like cheese, onion, and cucumber on my sandwiches. But I know that if I tucked into that, half an hour, 3/4 an hour later, I'd be doubled up. I love cucumber, and I love. Thank you, Emma. Sorry about that. Same as I say, I think everyone deserves to win. I do genuinely think everyone deserves to win. But I can't dictate who votes and who likes and whatever. As you know, that's sort of the doing, that's what we're doing, you know, as regards the video thread of the week, people that have liked it, and person with the most likes sort of gets pinned to the top of the... I mean, like I said last week, Dennis won it last week, and you couldn't have picked, you know, voted for a more deserving film, etc., than Dennis's. And I, you know, congratulated him. And when I say it's well deserved, I mean well deserved. You know, fantastically put together, good subject matter, and you know, it deserves every single one of the views that Dennis has had on that. You know, and when I say that, I mean that, and Emma knows that I mean that. That's that bag falling again. But I don't very often put myself forward with the fact that what I'd done is I hadn't done a vlog in ages, and I thought I'll basically, you know, and on art, I just put it up there to make the numbers up, let's say. That's basically the whole purpose of me doing it, was to make the numbers up.
Hey, if it wins, it wins.
But same as Chris says, you know, obviously people have watched it, they like it, you know, and I appreciate that everybody that goes and has a look and watches it. I mean, let's take, for instance, a few weeks back, Chris had put the thread up and nobody had put the links or anything in. So I put his link in and I put my own in. And I says, basically, I just do it to start the ball rolling, and either that or to make the numbers up. Yeah, yeah. And so you should be, Emma. You know, it's a topic that not many people broach. It does happen, and it's a very hard-hitting subject. You know, and it were well filmed, it were well edited, everything about it, you know, every single aspect of that film is brilliant. You know, if I think it's crap, I'll say it's crap. But if I think it's fantastic, I'll say it's fantastic. And I think that film was absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's like Emma's songs. You know, she's a brilliant singer. She's a beautiful lady, both inside and out.
She's not a bad singer, you know.
You know what I mean? I don't say these things just to appease people. When I say things, I mean them. And I think Emma is a brilliant song. She can sing anything she puts her mind to. You know, and when somebody made the suggestion the other night, you know, they're walking it, when Keith interviewed Walking Into the Unknown with Jay, I think as individual singers, you're both good, but I think, you know, it'd be a brilliant collab to do. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like Chris when he does the drone videos. The first thing is sort of have a look at it, tell me what you think. So I go and have a look, and I'll say, oh, you know, that were brilliant, I had done that, or that were brilliant, I had done that. But I'm not fancy. I'm not one of these, like when he did, what did you call it, baby? All right, he's got headphones on. I could call him. But there were one where he did like a round circle thing on his video footage. And I said, well, I weren't keen on that. And people were saying that spoilt it, that effect that it did. Now, I were right on the money when, you know, when the first time yeah, And that's it. And that's what he's just said is exactly right. He always asks me for my input because I tell him how it is. If there's something I didn't like about it, I'll tell him I didn't like about it. But, you know, it's a case of you expect people to be honest with you. You know, well, I didn't like this about it. I didn't like that about it. Or I like this and I like that. I mean, like the Bolsover Castle one, you know, he's had like over 700 views on it. And basically, the minute I watched it and I went, that were absolutely fantastic. The music that you chose, you know, eh? No, what was that effect where you got that circle thing?
Oh, the Vignetta.
Vignetta or whatever it's called. I mean, I don't know. I know there were a name for it, but I didn't like that bit. And I told him I didn't like it. But apart from that, you know, it goes hand in hand, you know. You get some people that put drone videos up, don't put any music to them, don't do anything with them, you know, just put them up in the raw form, don't edit them, you know what I mean? But to me, what makes a video is the music, the shots that you get, the effects that you put in. You know what I mean? And, you know, I mean, it's like, I mean, not sort of picking on Emma, but if she sang a song and I thought it were crap, I'd say it were crap. You know, that weren't the right song for you, or you sung it, you know, I'm sort of just using Emma as an example. You know, if it were crap, I'd tell you it were crap. If anybody that knows me like Emma, Dennis, anybody else, I'll say it as it is. I don't beat around the bush. I can't see the point in pussyfooting about and saying, well, yeah, that was fantastic. Yeah, you did a great job, when I think it's crap. You know what I mean? Like it or lump it, you know, that's what you're going to get from me. You know, I give, and this is what we call an honest opinion. You know what I mean? But on the flip side, I can't find fault with anything that Emma sings. She's got a fantastic voice. You know, it's like Steph. She does the art, you know, and we're in the live stream with the Octo lady and she went, oh, I can't think of a name to call it. And I says, Octo lady. And it stuck with Stephanie. You know, that's quite a good, you know, she could have said, oh, well, sod off, you know, this is what I mean. You ask for people's opinions and more often than not, you get them. You know, but I can't see the point in sugarcoating things and saying, you know, oh yeah, that was fantastic, and you know, you did a grand job and you picked the perfect song, etc., when I know it's not right for that person. You know what I mean? And Steph Black is a fantastic artist. She knows her stuff. She knows what she's doing. You know, and all I can say is, if you ask me opinion, I'll give an honest opinion, whether you like it or whether you don't. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Thank you.
It's all right. We'll be back to normal. Well, we're not be back to normal because I don't do a coffee morning on a Tuesday, but he's back to school tomorrow. So yeah, you know, I mean, if anything, I'm honest, you know, and you know, if you ask me opinion, I'll give an honest answer. Steph says, I have a huge issue coming up with names for my pieces. You have no idea how thankful I was. But you see, the thing is, Stephanie, I mean, it were a lady with tentacles, and I thought the name for it was Octo Lady. You know what I mean? It's and I looked at it this way, you know, I just sort of thought of something off the top of my head, and Steph said, "No, yeah, that's, you know, that's brilliant. That's, you know, it's a quite apt name for the piece of artwork that I'm doing." Oh, daft sod. That's all I'm saying. Bless his cotton socks. Yeah, well, that's often the case, isn't it, Steph? I mean, when it's when it's
That's my money.
no, actually, Emma is spending his own money this time. But you know, it's not very often I come up with these things off the top of my head, but it was so apt for the piece of art that you were drawing. I mean, it's like me. I mean, obviously everybody knows that I bake, and I, you know, if let's say, for instance, I won't publish a baking vlog unless it's correct, it's done right. I mean, I did the red velvet cake. Now, I started filming it. When it came out the oven, it didn't rise, and I went to Chris, right, scrap that, that's not going up, I'm not having that up. I'm a perfectionist. So I went back to the drawing board, I looked up another recipe for the red velvet cake, and the second one came out perfect. Hiya, Brent, how are you? Oh, you're getting ready for work, are you? Oh, traveling all week. But you know what I mean? It's like everything else. Emma with the singing, Stephanie with the art. You've got to be a perfectionist at the art that you do. And mine is baking. And unless something's perfect, unless it comes out perfect, it won't get published. And it's, you know, it's a case of, if it's not right, then it's not. It's not go. It's all right, Callum's wanting his phone. Sorry if I'm going off the camera. If it's not right, then it's not going up. And I do like to try different things, you know, different recipes. I research the recipes. I like to publish things that are easy enough for anybody to do, that can say, well, look, I've made that. I have had some negative comments, but it weren't towards me baking. It were basically derogatory towards myself, or, you know, my surroundings, let's just say. He's having a go at Callum now.
What?
And he says, how dare you interrupt our Nettie?
Good.
Yeah, he's always interrupting me. But yeah, you know, it's a case of, you know, I like to think that people can sit down, you know, I like to put things up that are simple enough to make, that anybody that's not regular to baking, let's say, can sit there and say, well, I looked at Jeanette's vlog, I followed it to recipe, and I've made that. You know, but I mean, it's like Pixie. I mean, oh, I've got itchy nose again. You know, when we're talking about making Callum's birthday cake, I says, well, do you know what? I says, why don't you make it? Oh, I don't bake, you know, you seen last effort I did, blah, blah, blah. I says, well, basically, I'll find you a recipe, and it's one I'd made several times before. And I says, basically, I says, you just chuck everything in the bowl, mix it up, slap it in the cake tins, and voila, you're done. Baz is in, he says, you leave our Callum alone, short arse. Okay then, Baz. Well, thank God he's back at school tomorrow, Baz. Peace and quiet.
Come in just for live stream.
No, you're not. I don't live stream on a Tuesday.
I'll come in on Wednesday then.
Yeah. But yeah. But yeah, you know, I like to think that, you know, people, but this is the thing as well, going back to that thing, I had a notification that somebody had commented on one that I did way back, the chocolate Malteser cake. So I'm one, I always reply to comments. So I actually went back to reply to the comment, and I sat there and I'm on my phone. I'll use my phone as an example. So I'm looking, replying to comment, and I went, what? It had 350 views. And I said, I says, you know that, I says, I've just gone to reply to a comment. I says, and that chocolate Malteser cake's had 350 odd views. I couldn't believe it. Okay then, Sharon, thank you for coming in, and you have a good day. But yeah, in me just going back to reply to a comment that someone had left me, I nearly dropped off the sofa when I seen how many views it had. 351, and I think that's the most on one of my baking vlogs that I've ever had. I couldn't believe it. I were astounded as the amount of views that it had, in all honesty. I mean, so to me, like the last one I did, about 70 odd. 70, between 60 and 80 is the, you know, is thought of the average views that I'm getting on my vlogs, on my baking vlogs. But when I seen that, I was sort of like rubbing my eyes. Have I saw all right? You know, I couldn't believe it. 350 odd views on it. Okay, then, Emma, I'll not be going on too much longer because I've been going on for over 2 hours, and I do want to film me.
Oh God!
You know, the white chocolate and lemon slices that Emma likes. So yeah. So I were astounded. So
are we going to taste test them again?
No. Your dad's having them all, he said. Hey, I've seen some, Callum. Oh.
What?
Chocolate chip cookie dough cupcake. Oh, they look absolutely gorgeous. So yeah. So I mean, it's like it's a case of watch this space, good things to come. So I'm just getting it up on my phone so I can show Callum the.
What I want to do is
oh, sugar. Caught something.
Companies or whatever they like.
Yeah, that one, Callum. That's it. They on.
Chocolate chip cookie cupcakes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Chris says, don't show them. He says they're not having any. I'm showing it, Callum.
Oh, we're definitely making it.
Oh, postman's here. Definitely make it. I've got Callum saying, yeah, you're definitely making it. And Chris is saying nobody's having any. So, yeah. So, if you're still watching, Baz, they the ones that they've got the cookie dough inside them, look. And then they've got like little mini cookies on top, buttercream, and drizzled with caramel. Don't feed the pixie, let him starve. So yeah, so that is things to come. So I've got 10 in, but I'm going to shut it down because, some as I say, I want to get on. I've got my coffee to drink, and then I'm going to crack on with the. Oh man, my mouth is watering. That might be my next project, Stephanie.
Oh, no.
I've got a little recipe for white chocolate and lemon slices.
I can see you've done a little.
And I'm going to do that vlog later. Well, once I've had my coffee and whatever. I'm going to do that in a bit, so it probably be published sometime later today. It says you can't, as I've stole your bike. But yeah, so I'll see everyone on Wednesday. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for Pixie for the £2 donation.
Goodbye from Lurk.
It's getting up there slowly but surely. And I'll see everyone soon, and tell Bella I'll message you later on. Later on. So I'll see everyone on Wednesday, hopefully. Bye for now.
Bye.